Perkins V, an introduction. Thank you for joining us on this recorded webinar that will provide secondary schools and post-secondary institutions important information pertaining to the new Perkins V legislative requirements. I would like to introduce the voices behind this webinar. I am Dr. Melissa Wildarczyk-Hickey from the State Department of Education. I am currently the Reading Literacy Director and Director of the Academic Office. With me today are Career and Technical Education Consultants, Mr. Harold Mackin and Mrs. Suzanne Vita-Loud. Harold, Suzanne, and I have created this webinar to assist schools, districts, and colleges with the 2019-20 transition year. In this webinar, we will be reviewing Perkins V funded clusters, pathways, and programs of study, defining pertinent terms regarding Perkins V accountability and special populations, examining new size, scope, and quality criteria, and exploring next steps for 2020-21 regarding working with stakeholders and examining Connecticut workforce needs. Please note that this is the first in a series of webinars that will be focused on Perkins V and rethinking CTE. We will be releasing additional webinars based on areas of interest and areas of additional questions.
On July 31st, 2018, President Trump signed the Strengthening Career and Technical Education for the 21st Century Act into law. This bill amends the Carl D. Perkins Career and Technical Education Act of 2006, Perkins IV, and this amended act is now referred to as Perkins V. The passage of Perkins V provides new opportunities to improve career and technical education and enables more flexibility for Connecticut to meet the unique needs of our learners, educators, and employers. The 2019-20 school year will be a transition period with full implementation of Connecticut's state plan under Perkins V in the 2020-21 school year.
The federal government requires states to organize programs by the 16 career clusters model. The clusters are a useful guide in developing programs of study bridging secondary and post-secondary curriculum and for creating individual student plans of study for a complete range of career options. As such, it helps students discover their interests and their passions and empowers them to choose the educational pathway that can lead to success in high school, college, and career. In September 2018, the Connecticut State Department of Education met with the Connecticut Department of Labor to discuss Connecticut long-term industry and occupational projection data. In November 2018, the Assistant Director of Research and Information in the Office of Research and Information at the Connecticut Department of Labor matched Connecticut industry and occupational data and projections to the National Career Clusters framework. The Connecticut State Department of Education examined each of the 5 Workforce Investment Board's occupational areas of growth and utilized an article published by the Connecticut Department of Labor and the Connecticut Department of Economic and Community Development pertaining to Connecticut's long-term industry and occupational projections for 2016 through 2026. Through a triangulation of these data and knowing the data are most complete for industries having payroll employment covered by unemployment insurance, top clusters for Connecticut emerged. In February 2019, the Connecticut State Department of Education convened a core Perkins V leadership group consisting of key stakeholders to analyze Connecticut workforce needs, establish program career clusters and pathways, and inform the CTE transition and state plans. On February 21st, 2019, the leadership group analyzed the occupational areas of growth pertaining to Connecticut's long-term industry and occupational projections for 2016 through 2026. After this meeting, Perkins stakeholders reviewed proposed clusters and provided additional feedback. After consideration of the Perkins V Leadership Group analysis, stakeholder feedback, and the National Forum on Educational Statistics, NCES, and the School Courses for the Exchange of Data, SCED, coding system, the approved Perkins V Connecticut career clusters to be supported, developed, or improved at the state and local levels are 1. Agriculture, food, and natural resources. 2. Architecture and construction. 3. Business management and administration. 4. Education and training. 5. Finance. 6. Health science. 7. Hospitality and tourism. 8. Information technology. 9. Manufacturing. 10. Marketing. 11. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM. And 12. Transportation, distribution, and logistics. Although STEM is the name of a cluster, every student deserves a comprehensive STEM education that integrates the knowledge, skills, and practices of the individual STEM disciplines. High-quality, inquiry-based STEM practices should be integrated into all courses to provide students with the ability to analyze and propose solutions to complex problems. Eligible secondary and post-secondary recipients shall only utilize their Perkins V funds for programs and activities that support the above program career clusters. The passage of Perkins V provides new opportunities to improve career and technical education and enables more flexibility for Connecticut to meet the unique needs of our learners, educators, and employers. The 2019-2020 school year will be a transition period with full implementation of Connecticut's state plan under Perkins V in the 2020-21 school year. Perkins V is designed to usher in a new era of career and technical education in the United States. Perkins V allows our schools to think boldly about how to best prepare students so that they graduate from high school equipped to prosper in the current economy. Perkins V also addresses equity as a major priority for CTE. When schools rethink CTE, they are charged with building strong foundations for the career success of their students. Under Perkins V, all eligible recipients need to consider new ways in which they can prepare far more young adults for career success by offering career development that takes an intentional approach in the middle and high school grades.
A career pathway is a coordinated program of rigorous, high-quality education and work-related training that aligns to industry needs and advances students in their career of choice. What should a career pathway include? Coursework aligned to rigorous academic standards and national industry standards, opportunities to earn college credit in high school, opportunities to earn industry-recognized credentials of value, embedded instruction in cross-sector employability skills and leadership competencies, and a continuum of work-based learning experiences. Career pathways have been described in various ways. Some think of a career pathway as a list of possibilities that students may pursue. Others compare a career pathway to a ladder that students can climb, beginning at an entry-level or springboard rung and climbing to a new-collar middle school position that pays a sustaining family wage and can become a lifetime position. Still others characterize a career pathway as a highway with multiple on-ramps and exits, which allow each student to navigate their own route to get to their desired career destination. What is a program of study? As defined in Perkins V, the term program of study means a coordinated, non-duplicative sequence of academic and technical content at the secondary and post-secondary level that incorporates challenging state academic standards, including those adopted by the state under Section 1111B1 of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1965, addresses both academic and technical knowledge and skills, including employability skills, is aligned with the needs of industries in the economy of the state, regional, tribal community, or local area, progresses in specificity, beginning with all aspects of an industry or career cluster and leading to more occupation-specific instruction, has multiple entry and exit points that incorporate credentialing, and culminates in the attainment of a recognized post-secondary credential. A secondary program of study includes a minimum 2-course sequence in a single CTE content area. This coursework must incorporate challenging state academic standards, including those adopted by the state of Connecticut, such as the Connecticut Core Standards for English Language Arts and Mathematics, the Next Generation Science Standards, and the Connecticut Frameworks for Secondary Social Studies. A robust program of study addresses both academic and technical knowledge, as well as essential employability skills, which are applicable in any career setting. A post-secondary program of study includes a minimum of 2 CTE courses, with the exception of a course that leads to a certification. Academic courses do not apply towards the 2-course minimum. The community colleges may call a program of study a major. When a student completes a program of study, they walk away with something in hand. In the finance cluster, a student in a managerial accounting pathway might attain a QuickBooks certification, while a student studying advanced manufacturing might receive 1 or more certifications from the National Metalworking Institute, also known as NIMS certification. Another student in the therapeutic services pathway of the health science cluster may earn 9 college credits while in high school that fulfill required courses in an Associate of Science in Nursing at the Connecticut Community College level. All of these students leave high school prepared for the next step on their educational and career journey. Perkins V highlights 3 areas that can be used to measure program quality. Industry-recognized credentials, dual concurrent enrollment, and participation in work-based learning opportunities are all critical to becoming a career-ready individual prepared to thrive in the 21st century global workplace. An industry-recognized credential can take the form of a college degree, an apprenticeship, a certification, such as a certified nurse aide, a state license, such as a registered nurse, or a credential issued by a recognized third party, such as ServSafe, ParaPro, or Adobe Dreamweaver. Work-based learning experiences are varied, and there are multiple forms for students to leverage. These include a supervised agricultural experience, an internship, working at a school-based enterprise, such as a school store branch, or even a school-based bank or credit union branch. Apprenticeships and pre-apprenticeships, which are registered with the Connecticut Department of Labor, allow students to earn while they learn. A new form of work-based learning that is gaining traction is the simulated work environment model, in which students follow 12 protocols which mirror an actual workplace environment. Dual concurrent enrollment programs, which help students earn college credit while still in high school. Connecticut allows students to earn these credits through the College Career Pathways program with the community colleges, the Early College Experience program with the University of Connecticut, and also articulation agreements with private colleges and universities such as the University of New Haven, Quinnipiac University, and Sacred Heart University.
CTE concentrators. At the secondary school level, a student served by an eligible recipient who has completed at least 2 courses in a single career and technical education program of study. At the post-secondary level, a student enrolled is an eligible recipient who has earned at least 12 credits within a career and technical education program or program of study, or completed a program that includes fewer than 12 credits, or the equivalent in total minimum of these of 1 CTE course. Previously, Connecticut used a statewide multiple choice test to assess the information learned by career and technical education in high school students. Based on extensive stakeholder feedback gathered during the ESSA process and during statewide CTE meetings, the CSDE adjusted the way of assessing CTE high school students' skills. Instead of relying on a one-time test to measure students' skills and knowledge, CTE high school students' business and industry knowledge and skills are now measured through their coursework, work-based learning experience, and hands-on, real-world experiences. Districts report to the Connecticut State Department of Education those students who have successfully completed 2 career and technical education courses. Meeting the needs of all students. In Perkins V, special populations have changed slightly. Special populations now includes individuals with disabilities, individuals from economically disadvantaged families, including low-income youth and adults, individuals preparing for non-traditional fields, single parents, including single pregnant women, out-of-workforce individuals, English learners, homeless individuals, youth who are in or have aged out of the foster care system, and youth with a parent who is a member of the armed forces and is on active duty. Perkins V focuses on increasing employment opportunities for chronically unemployed or underemployed populations.
Secondary size and scope. Size. Offer at least 3 of the 12 funded Connecticut CTE career clusters. Qualify for a minimum allocation of $15,000 or join in a consortium. Scope. Offer a minimum of 1 CTE pathway in each funded career cluster. Coordinate secondary and post-secondary education programs through programs of study. Provide students the opportunity to earn an industry-recognized credential. Establish a minimum of 1 career and technical student organization.
The quality indicators for secondary schools are: conduct biennial comprehensive needs assessment with a diverse body of stakeholders as required by Perkins V, demonstrate the need for a CTE cluster, pathway, and program or program of study by presenting labor market data and economic development projections that indicate current or projected employment prospects in the program's occupational area. Document CTE advisory committee meetings. Committees must meet a minimum of twice per year and be comprised of a diverse body of stakeholders, including business and industry partners. Meeting minutes and attendance must be on file. Meet at least 90% of the required level of performance for any of the core indicators. Complete workplace safety training for students and staff. Two more secondary quality indicators provide professional learning opportunities for administrators, school counselors, and faculty to foster quality program of study design, implementation, and improvement. Provide equal access to high-quality CTE courses for all students and increase employment opportunities for chronically unemployed or underemployed populations. CTE middle school grades 6 through 8 programs may be funded beginning in 2019-20 if an eligible recipient includes middle school as part of their Perkins local application. The restrictions for funding include a maximum of 10% or $3,000, whichever is greater for all middle schools in an eligible recipient's districts. There must be a career exploration course in the middle school. Specific CTE courses can only be taught if the high school has pathways in the same cluster, and the courses must be taught by or co-taught by a CTE certified teacher.
Post-secondary size and scope. Size. Offer at least 3 of the 12 funded Connecticut CTE career clusters. Qualify for a minimum allocation of $50,000 or join in a consortium. Scope. Offer a minimum of 1 CTE pathway in each funded Connecticut CTE career cluster. Provide high-quality CCP programs that align secondary and post-secondary CTE by allocating a minimum of $20,000, allotting of a minimum of 5% towards professional development, and utilizing each high school student success plan, SSP, to coordinate programmatic decisions and seamless transition. The issues of size and scope at the post-secondary level reflect the need to improve the alignment between the high school CTE and post-secondary education. This means expanding equitably available opportunities for college career pathways programming and ensuring that high school programs provide seamless transitions into post-secondary institutions. Our community colleges serve a significant number of students. Under Perkins V, the Career Pathways model, along with targeted career counseling, can improve student retention and completion, and ultimately, student success.
Post-secondary quality. Quality. Demonstrate the need for a CTE cluster, pathway, and program or program of study. Document CTE advisory committee meetings. Meet at least 90% of the required level of performance for any of the core indicators. Provide equal access to high-quality CTE courses for all students and increase employment opportunities for chronically unemployed or underemployed populations. Post-secondary quality stresses the need for coordination and cooperation between the colleges and business and industry stakeholders. Additionally, the use of labor market information to inform appropriate programming is necessary for post-secondary institutions to develop a forward-thinking strategic vision, which will provide access to and success in high-quality CTE programs of study for each learner they serve. Historically underserved populations and non-traditional students will benefit from thoughtful use of labor market information, which will take into account the employment needs shared by their business and industry stakeholders who serve on the advisory committees.
Perkins V local requirements for 2020-2021. Thinking ahead, during the 2019-20 school year, eligible secondary and post-secondary applicants should begin the process to plan for the upcoming 2020-21 Perkins V requirements that include gathering stakeholder input and analyzing Connecticut labor market data. The plan should include details on how the eligible recipient will perform a local comprehensive needs assessment that will inform the CTE programs and activities to be funded. Collaborate with local workforce development boards and other workforce agencies and partners to provide career exploration, development, and employment opportunities. Organize system of career guidance and academic counseling. Prepare, promote, and provide special populations equal access to CTE. Use Connecticut Department of Labor data and Connecticut Workforce Development data to guide program development. Thinking ahead, the CSDE, with input from eligible recipients, shall establish determined levels of performance for each of the core indicators. The level of performance for a core indicator shall be the same for all CTE concentrators in the state. These include secondary levels of performance, the 4-year graduation rate, academic proficiency in reading, language, arts, academic proficiency in mathematics, academic proficiency in science, post-secondary placement, non-traditional program enrollment, program quality, participation in work-based learning, post-secondary levels of performance, post-secondary retention and placement, credential, certificate, or diploma, non-traditional program enrollment.
Thank you. In the next year, the CSDE will be offering opportunities for stakeholder feedback regarding Perkins V. Please email if you are interested in participating in a stakeholder group. If you have any questions regarding career and technical education or Perkins V, contact Melissa Wlodarczyk-Hickey at melissa.hickey@ct.gov, Harold Mackin at harold.mackin@ct.gov, and Suzanne Zita Loud at suzanne.loud@ct.gov.